I thought the award winners were bloody fantastic, actually. And what's so good about these Skoll Awards is that they're moving away from, in the world of social enterprise, there's a whole series of award ceremonies, but they're actually a little bit mumsy and saying well done. And what the Skolls do is they raise the bar in a way that I think is hugely important, which is saying if you're going to be a social entrepreneur, you've got to be as good as somebody who's running a multinational. It's just that your heart is going a different way. And all the award winners tonight are people who you could genuinely say, without all that special pleading, have made a big contribution to society and have actually opened up ways of looking at the world which is more humane, which is going to make the world a better place. And those words are often used in a very glib way, and it's fabulous to be able to say of them, without special pleading, without any type of hurrah, rah, rah, well done. You were really cracking, and it was worthy, and no one worthy as in they were worth it, rather than Old Testament prophet worthy. And so I think it set a new standard for awards like this, and I think someone joked from the stage that these are like the Oscars of the social enterprise movement, and I would salute that. I think that is absolutely right, and I think if the standard remains at this high level, it will set a real, how do I put this, it will send a message to many different sectors, including the world of serious business, as in profit making, that we're here to stay, and people who know what they're doing, who can deliver stuff, are going to change the world, and there are different models of seeing how that can be done, and we don't all weave muesli and have open-toed sandals and eat nut cutlets. How do you reflect on Desmond Tutu? I hate the man. I hate him. He made me cry. No, he's wonderful. He's absolutely wonderful. And the trouble is, when I watch him talk, I've got this mixture of watching an old ham actor and the most inspirational guy you've ever seen, all in one person. And I love that. And also in his eyes, you can see, I met him a few times before, and there's steel there as well as all that love. And I like that you can see why he's been so successful. He's not, laughter and kindness are his currency, but also to have a real proper backbone is necessary, or else you'd have buckled with all the pressure that he and obviously his huge range of colleagues in the ANC, whatever, went through. So it's a privilege. There are very few occasions in your life when you're at an event where you feel as if you're seeing something that is, if not history in the making, it's just history in the recognition. And tonight felt like that, and I was proud to be there. And I think also Jeff Skoll deserves an enormous amount of credit because he's got balls. I mean, he understands what's needed to move the things he believes in to a level where the rest of the world believes that these shapes of business are worth pursuing. I think he's doing a cracking job, and I'm not sure he gets the recognition that he deserves outside of the coterie of friends and people who have benefited from it. I think one of the things everybody struggles with here at Skoll is there's a lot of people with an immense amount of talent. How do you make a 3-day of concentrated events give the maximum bang for their buck? And I admire the Skoll guys because they're experimenting every year because they know that there's a lot of stuff that needs to be transferred, and what's the best mechanism with so many of us here. So I think we are present here over the last couple of years at the start of something which 30 years from now people will say, crikey, that was like a renaissance in corporate life. My message to young social entrepreneurs who are in this country is don't feel sorry for yourself, don't be wet, don't be pathetic, stop expecting handouts, be really good at what you do, and when you recognize what you're not good at, find someone who's really good to fill in your weaknesses, and don't let us down by actually looking as if what you are is a white elephant. I'm ruthless about this, because if this movement is going to succeed, it must not be allowed to be tarnished as if we were just some kind of self-help group for the people who couldn't get normally employed. This is not about that. We've got to encourage the very best of our generation to move into social entrepreneurship and enterprise. And this is not a place to be if what you want is a library hush in the conversation and a feeling that maybe the state will give you a handout and then give you a pat on the head because you're doing something jolly nice to employ people who couldn't otherwise get a job.